Kent police are searching for answers in the unsolved murder of this grandfather, a man who already faced personal struggles in his life. He was killed when he was hit in the head with some kind of large object. Police say there is one clue that may help crack this case wide open, and they're hoping you have the final piece to the puzzle. So tonight, I'm taking you back to the crime scene with the lead detective to show you the challenges they face when murder happens in a homeless camp. When first responders got the call that there was a guy injured, they had to come in through here to get back to him?
Correct.
Okay.
So you kind of sneak around this trail,
yeah,
and then up here on the left.
You can't see the encampment from Southeast 256th Street in Kent until you take a few steps down into the woods. Trash and debris littering a trail, now overgrown.
All right, so to get back in here, you have to crawl under here. This is pretty grown over from what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Back then. Watch out, stickers. All right.
You good?
Yeah, don't get cut.
Kent PD Detective Matthew Lorette says there were multiple people staying here in March of last year.
There used to be, it was kind of a compound of 3 to 5 different tents that were all kind of conjoined, had a big roof down the middle. The entrance was right there. Kind of where that blue tub is where Randy was found.
Randy is Randy Cantrell. He wasn't living here, but would often visit until someone discovered him unconscious in one of the tents.
So when the call for help first came in, firefighters thought they were responding to an overdose call. They got into this area and they found Randy, and they quickly realized his body temperature was really cold. It wasn't an overdose. He had a large bash in his head.
Randy was rushed to the hospital while police started to gather evidence and look for witnesses. Most had disappeared, but there was one name that popped up, a person of interest that Detective Lorette really wants to talk to, known only as Fiji John. He's hoping somebody knows Fiji John's real name or where to find him.
It doesn't look like anybody's been out here in a while.
No.
At that point, the case was being investigated as an assault.
We knew pretty quick that it was a felony act.
Sure.
Involved.
Yeah.
A few days later, it was murder. Randy was brain dead and on life support when his daughter Ashley got to the hospital.
I got like 2 days because I didn't even know he was an organ donor. All of a sudden they're calling me because we wanted to let him go peaceably.
After her dad died, Ashley got letters from some of the people his organs saved.
I miss him a lot, but I'm just glad he just doesn't have to suffer through the pain no more.
Before her father was attacked, Ashley was already scared for him. She tried to get him help. He suffered a brain injury from a previous attack 2 years ago and lived off a $1,000 monthly disability check. She wonders if that was the motive.
My dad was like the sweetest, loving, caring person out there. He would go and take all of his money he had, and he would make sure he was taking care of everybody.
Ashley knows firsthand the dangers of the streets. She'd also been homeless.
Once I found out I was pregnant, I was like, all right, I'm going to treatment. I was just done.
She's clean now and raising her son.
I'm going to school to become a drug and alcohol counselor now. I want to help people.
It's helped her cope with her dad's death. Randy's murder hit his sister much harder. It was too emotionally difficult for Julie Cantrell to talk on camera, so she put her thoughts on paper. Writing, Randy suffered for many years with mental illness, job injuries, and addiction. But he was not always so broken. He was my big brother, and I loved him. The years that he spent on the streets were the most helpless, gut-wrenching years of my life. She forgives the killer and worries about other vulnerable victims like her brother, but adds, I can't help but feel like the real story is about what is wrong with our society, our laws, with our system that lets people fall through the cracks.
Nobody should have to live like this. This is terrible.
Encampment murders can be some of the most difficult to crack, with complicated crime scenes and vanishing witnesses. But Detective Lorette believes he's close. He just needs a little more info, starting with finding Fiji John.
Do you think it's solvable?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Most definitely.
Unless the killer is caught, police say it's likely that Randy Cantrell won't be the only victim. So if you can identify Fiji John or have any information to help solve this murder, Crime Stoppers will pay you a $1,000 cash reward, and you never have to give your name. Text the info through the P3 Tips app. You can download that app to your cell phone for free or call 1-800-222-TIPS.